Welcome, Collective, to Timeless Energy. I'm Barbara. This is a general, timeless reading. It's entertainment purpose only. If it does not resonate, please do not try to make it fit. Okay, watch out for scammers. I don't reach out. This is my disclaimer. Anybody reaches out and they say they're doing it for me or they're saying they are me, it's not me. My disclaimer here, I do not reach out. I would love to be in that situation right now, but I'm just not there yet. And so watch out for scammers. Okay. You know me? I was kind of sticking to the same decks lately. Actually, I think I found my pattern. I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot. There we go. Okay. I'm going to be using the Learning Tarot cards. I don't know what oracle or if I'm even going to use an oracle. We're not there yet. But the Citadel. Oh, as you can never see that. Alright. There we go. Oh, okay. I swear by the Citadel. I love whoever created the Citadel. I did already prepare the cards in sage, prayers, daily prayers. There seems to be a lot of focus on religion lately. And there are prayers, always, daily prayers, for more than one thing. Right now our daily prayers are Archangel Michael to guide the message for the timeless energy. Archangel Michael, please guide us for today's message for timeless energy. Archangel Michael, please guide us for today's message in timeless energy. I have the Eight of Swords. There we go. We'll do that right there. Okay. Archangel Michael, please guide us for today's message for timeless energy. Archangel Michael, please guide us for today's energy, timeless energy. Father of Pentacles. Archangel Michael, please guide us for today's message in timeless energy. Archangel Michael, please guide us for today's message in timeless energy. And Chariot. Good. Was the last time I did a read, it was 45 minutes when I cut it short. Actually, to tell you the truth, I've been having a problem getting the long reads up into Instagram altogether, which is fine, because uploading takes a lot of time out of my day. And I have actually taken a 2-month break. Literally did not realize it was that long. I am so sorry. I did take, finally put a read out the other day, and I am hoping that there will not be any more lengthy interruptions in uploading something. I do this for me, except that there have been a lot of interruptions. A lot of them. Okay. Now, our first card, the Eight of Swords, is the solar plexus. And this is when you're aligned. And it is in the upright. It is focusing on your health, your priorities and your health and your inner peace, and its alignment altogether. Now, the third eye chakra, we know, because it's one of my favorites, you trust your intuition, your gut instinct, okay? no matter even if it doesn't make any sense logically, I go with the gut instinct. If I don't go with the gut instinct, I find out later that I was probably right. Go with that inner gut instinct. Okay, and the chariot is the throat chakra. And that is being comfortable expressing your feelings. It also can be another, like, one is you know who you are. Okay, you know exactly who you are. Okay, other people might not understand it because you know what? People really don't go that deep into going out of their way to get to know other people. There's a little bit of narcissist in all of us. And that means primarily they're focused on what they're all about. And so there aren't a lot of people that really go really deep into what you're all about. So even if you spend a lot of time around other people, you might not even know who they are. And the throat chakra has to do with knowing who you are. And that is connected to being able to express yourself, which means you're confident of exactly what the time of day is, or what your knowledge base is, or what your information that you are educated on covers. And you're not afraid to have a conversation about that. Okay, so going on and on about the chakras, I really enjoyed that one. I'm trying to be a little more spontaneous. I never really was good with spontaneity. Okay. And we're not trying to overwhelm anybody here. So let's go into the Eight of Swords, ruled by the Gemini and Jupiter. Now, you know what? I have been doing the fallback with the Jupiter, and I've got 2 Jupiters in a row. The Father of Pentacles is a Jupiter energy connected to Taurus. And the Eight of Swords is a Jupiter energy connected to Gemini. Now, I'm going to explain this to you. There's a difference because my fallback on Jupiter has always been to, like, just basically brush over the fact that Jupiter is an expansion energy. Okay. I want to go into it just a little more because I've got 2 of them in a row that are connected to that Jupiter energy. And the thing with Jupiter, it is associated with abundance. With expansion, abundance, okay? So if you're dealing with something, it does not have to be money. This double Jupiter energy is an expansion of whatever it is that you're, being surrounded by. Let's hope that the expansion is not the dirty dishes in the kitchen. Well, seriously, taking it literally. Okay, let's hope that the expansion is not so many weeds in the garden that you are overwhelmed. Okay, abundance is a really nice thing, but it doesn't always have to be a positive thing. It is whatever that you're dealing with is expanded and there's abundance of it. Now, this also can be connected not necessarily to monetary expansion, but knowledge of religion or understanding of religion, the searching for the higher ideas of, like, the world that you're in or what's going on. It could be as simple as watching or attending the church and something has been said that has really taken your interest. So there's been some expansion there. I mean, maybe not even large enough for you to notice, but we've got 2 Jupiter energies side by side. And I don't know where that fits or resonates with you, but I'm not going to go into that any further because we are looking at the Eight of Swords. Okay. Ruled by Gemini and Jupiter. Okay. And this has to do with a situation that you're physically surrounded by. In some cases, it could be you feel trapped in an unhealthy relationship of some type. This is Eight of Swords, unable to speak your mind, unable to move forward. You're in an unhealthy relationship, or you're in a situation where you feel trapped. It doesn't have to be a relationship, but you're not comfortable in bringing the subject into the conversation. And the expansion of this is abundance, okay, of whatever it is that is around you, or whatever it is that is a part of your life. And you're not having a comfort level with this. All right, the solar chakra. Is that you feel aligned, but the solar chakra is connected to health. There's a very good possibility that the energy that is around you, or let's put it this way, if you're not understanding tarot, when I say energy around you, I could simply mean what is ruling the way you are thinking right now, what's on your mind. And this could be connected to health. Okay? Alright. You're prioritizing your health, or you're prioritizing your peace. Okay? And this is simply, it is not something physically sitting in front of you, but in your space, inner energy, in your mind, what is ruling your thoughts, or what keeps coming back. Now, the Gemini in here connected to the Jupiter, that's short term. Okay, there's a duality to the Gemini energy, so we're talking maybe something that might make you nervous. And thinking about it, it's around you, the energy is around you, it's around you, but you know, it is short term. Short term. Okay? Now, the Father of Pentacles, the outline of the Father of Pentacles, also connected to the Jupiter, which is the expansion, the abundance of, connected to whatever energies around you. Okay, this is a Taurus energy, and Taurus is not taking any risks. I'm not taking any risks. Okay? It can be, in some cases, a little bit self-indulgent. Have you ever noticed a Taurus? They like very nice things. Okay? We're not putting anybody down who likes very nice things, but you know what? They're very strong individually, and they are reluctant to deviate from whatever path that they're on. The decision is made. You might deal with the Taurus, maybe the energy of somebody who is in charge and they know what they want. You know what? They seriously think they're in charge. Maybe they're not in charge, but you know what? They know what they want. They know what direction they want. They're not deviating from that path no matter what happens. They're stubborn. The stubborn energy. There we go. Now, with the Father of Pentacles, on the other hand, Pentacles has to do with money. Okay? So we've got an expansion here where you might be dealing with health or your peace of mind. Okay? And the Pentacles, this might be the energy where you're trying to buy the affections of other people. You know what you want. You know exactly what you want, and you're not going to take no for an answer. You're very stubborn about it. This has to do with Pentacles, and you are maybe trying to buy the attention of others. It is acting with maturity as far as finances are going, but they want to be in charge by advising you. They want to be in charge by cutting other people out. and being in control of. And nothing makes a Taurus happier. And the Father of Pentacles, this has to do with financing. This might be advice on how to control it, how to investment, what direction to use it in, even if it's not theirs. And this also has to do with personal security. So there might be an element of energy in there where, you know what, they're going to be on the receiving end of this energy, on the receiving end of. They wouldn't be in that position and giving that advice or, you know, and all of that if they didn't think that they were going to benefit from it. This is the energy. Taurus is stubborn. Now, the Jupiter energy, like I said, is abundance. Abundance of, around. So, we are assuming with the Pentacles that it's an abundance of money. An abundance of money, of an abundance of Pentacles. So, where here we didn't know what we were looking at, here we do know. Ruled by the third eye. This is an intuitive situation. This might be the intuition of the person giving the advice. This might be the intuition of the person receiving the advice. It's bottom line. There's cut and short. This is all about money. We got a situation where they're feeling a little trapped here. You backed in a corner. There might be a possibility, well, I wouldn't go so far as being victimized, but you're definitely being pressured. And this is some other energy here that's coming in here, and it has to do with money. Okay. Now, the King of Pentacles normally is very grounded energy. It is not a risk taker. It is an energy where there is abundance, and there's an energy of giving advice, wanting to be in control of. Take control of completely if they can. Okay. And that's what we're looking at here. Now, the throat chakra would be connected to the third card, the Chariot. And this is a situation where you're being pretty authentic and you're comfortable with expressing your feelings about something. I don't know. Most people really aren't comfortable about expressing their feelings straight face to face, eye to eye. But the Chariot energy is victory. So if you're able to express honestly, it has to do with victory because of hard work and determination. Hard work and determination is actually going to get the victory, and the throat chakra here is the expression of being able to express yourself clearly. Now, this is connected to Cancer, which is emotional. And this is connected to the moon. And what is the moon? The moon is the shadow of the sun. The moon shadows things. Maybe the expression or like the talking part isn't actually being done to everyone. Only specific people. Okay. This moon is maintaining status. A determination is to maintain status. That is actually the energy of the moon. Okay. It also indicates how you react. Alright. Your reactions and how you deal with your needs. Okay. Maintaining status sticks out if you're in there next to the Pentacles. It has everything to do with communicating what you want. You're feeling trapped. and communicating exactly what you want, what you need, and maintaining a status. And you're very sensitive about it. You're very sensitive about it. The emotions, the emotional part of this is the moon. Could also be like very spontaneous, involuntary. Here you're feeling trapped. Okay, this has to do with a lot of pentacles. This has to do with stability. This has to do with what another person wants. If it's yours and you're not a Taurus, it might have to do with feeling trapped and other people wanting what belongs to you. Okay, the Chariot also could represent like transportation, cars. That's usually the fallback on Chariot card automatically. So there could be traveling or moving involved. That could be like part of the energy. But you know what? It's all about what somebody else wants. And it has to do with pentacles. And you know what? My guess is if somebody else wants it, it doesn't belong to them. Take it as you resonate. It doesn't technically belong to them, but they want it. That's the energy. They're going to be very emotional about it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, you know what? You didn't work for it. I worked for it. You know what? You got to pay things. You got to do things. Your time, your energy, your plans, your goals, your status, how people look at you. But here comes this energy, and it's all about the money. It's all about the money. And there's some energy here that feels trapped. They walked right into it. Didn't see it coming. Now they can't make any moves. Left, right, or, any other way. Or they think they can't. We all have free will. Actually, to tell you the truth, there's really little to do with being trapped. We all have free will. Everyone does. The thing about it is, sometimes you cannot take the energy or the, whatever, and you cannot divide it. Oops. In so many directions that you don't have anything left for yourself. Seriously. Isn't that true? Okay, here we go. This one came out. Inspiration. New beginnings, okay? So there is good news. There is some creative energy here, and this is accepting a challenge. You might be dealing with somebody who's talented. Like I said, there's travel there. Getting into the game. Okay, so maybe you've been sitting on the sidelines. Maybe you've been sitting on the sidelines watching everything. Okay? Getting into the game, that's really, really... Travel came up twice, back to back. I'd make a note of that. Now, that doesn't mean everybody can afford to jump on a plane. I wouldn't actually suggest that because I saw that news about the planes falling out of the sky. You know what? The whistleblower that warned everybody, you know what? How dangerous it is to fly certain planes. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I'm afraid of heights, so I really seriously. If it takes 4 days to drive there, that's the way I'm going. You know what? The problem is that I can't leave the dog and the two cats home all by themselves for that length of time. And the car is really not big enough for luggage and all three of them. It would really be a mess. But you know what? To tell you the truth, travel is in there. And you know what? Well, I'm not talking like going mental and mentioning astro travel. Was you've all done reads, watched people mention astro travel. I'm not saying that that doesn't exist. I'm saying that most people are not on that level. And it's not part of my read because I want this to resonate with you. Travel to the normal person is getting in their car. You might be mentally traveling to somebody at a distance, picking up the phone, having a conversation, and you can pretend during the conversation that you're just next door to each other if you want. The thing about it is there's many ways to travel. The Chariot, travel. Okay. But this is the new beginnings, okay? This is the new beginnings. You're accepting the challenge of the new beginnings. Okay? You're accepting the challenge of the new beginnings. You're leaving this trapped energy. You've been dealing with a situation, and you're leaving this trapped energy. This is leadership. Being in charge, being decisive. Is a little bit of unexpected income in here, okay? Now, I wouldn't take that to the bank, and that doesn't necessarily mean, go out and buy a lottery ticket. All right, the King of Wands, and everybody focuses on the money, right? But it says here on the Father of Pentacles, unexpected income. That doesn't mean you won the lottery. My goodness, that could mean that you're standing out in front of the store, you don't have gas for your car, and somebody hands you a $5 bill. Which, by the way, really comes in handy when you run out of gas and your paycheck doesn't come in for 2 more days. It's embarrassing to you, but you know what? God watches over us all, and if you're in that kind of situation, God just provided. Okay. Now, with the independence, and you are in charge, you're being pretty decisive. You felt trapped. Okay, this pentacle energy here, you felt trapped. Had to do with money. But you're being decisive. Now you're dealing with a situation where you are taking control. You're taking control. And with the Chariot, conflict. You're taking control, and there seems to be a conflict. There are disagreements. A little bit of ego, territorial we're hoping that there's no abuse here. Okay? But aggressive energy, the word is no. Okay, so when you tried to take control, you felt stuck, you felt trapped. When you tried to take control, when you tried to be in charge, there was a conflict. There was probably an argument. There was probably a little bit aggressive energy. Okay. Well, that's not good. You know what? You found out, though. You learned a lesson. Because you know what? You've been letting the other person be in control all the time. And you've been doing the yes ma'am, no ma'am thing. But then the minute you step in to the plate and say, well, wait a minute. This doesn't work for me. I mean, like, let's sit down and take a look. Let's sit down and take a look. Because, you know what? I'm not completely 100% happy with, all of this. Okay? And there was an argument. It has to do with Pentacles. Let's remember that. Father of Pentacles, right there in the center. The third eye, the intuitive ability, your gut instinct. What is going on around you? Your gut instinct has to do with, it's all about the Pentacles. You're seeing what's going on. Your gut instinct, your little red flags, everything's going on there. Everything's going on there. And this has to do with the Pentacles. And your intuition is flying flags all over the place. You don't even have to buy a ticket for it. Oops, there we go. The Hunter. Okay, we're in Citadel, and I gotta read this. The Hunter in reverse. This is sure-footedness and predestined. So, this is kind of fate or predestined. Predestined, well, it doesn't have to be fate necessarily, but maybe it's something that's been planned. Okay, maybe it's been something you've been working on that you cannot just turn around and change. That does happen. I'd feel trapped. You went into the plan. You're right in the middle of everything. It's kind of like predestined. You're planning on going in that direction. You've done things that have kind of locked you into a box. I am not knowing what you resonate with that. That could be anything. That could be signing a 30-year mortgage and then getting a divorce 5 years later. Then you're going to have a little bit of a problem. You know what? The hunter was, where are you? There we go. In the reverse position, the advice of the upright card still applies, so I should probably read that. Sunlight dapples in the forest floor, and from the shaded ferny depths, a white stag emerges. Nearby, a shadowy figure pauses, and a bowstring draws back with a creak. The hunter is a patient person capable of following their prey for days at a time, eyes always on the tracks before them. By not looking up, they never appreciate the beauty of the forest around them, but that doesn't matter so long as they reach the quarry. Time to put your head down and block out all your distractions. The forest might be beautiful, but stopping to admire the view won't get you any closer to your goal. You're the hunter right now. Your path is clear. Your prey is within sight. No matter how tempting slowing down for a moment might seem, now is not the time. Maintain your focus and determination to complete your task. Now, in reverse, it says, the advice of the upright card still applies. And I just read the upright part. However, this is a warning to keep an eye on the balance of things. If you only ever focus on your quarry, you'll spend your whole life unaware that the forest exists. You haven't stopped to appreciate the surrounding recently, and it's suggesting that you take a little bit of a break and do that. That's a hunter. Okay? So when you're running into this conflict, this struggle, this disagreement, okay? When you've tried to take charge, there's been a conflict. There's been some kind of a problem with that. That's the time to take a break. Take a drive, look at the trees. Take a walk at the park. Do something that's relaxing. Enjoy the beauty. Take 5 minutes out in the sun. Sit and dig in the garden. However you want to go about and do it. But take that breather when that conflict happens. Because you know what? There's always a way to figure things out. You know what? The people are always talking about the karmic. You know what the karmic is? The karmic is a lesson. You're having a conflict with somebody, okay, when you've tried to take charge, okay, that's a lesson. You need to pay attention to that. Exactly why is the conflict happening? And what is the person who's creating the problem all about, after all? Because you know what? All of a sudden it makes you wonder what's going on that you don't know. What is the conflict all of a sudden? You know what I mean? I mean, somebody wants to take charge, or you want to take charge. It's your pentacle. You want to take charge and make some changes? Or you want to have a bigger say in it? And now there's a problem? It's talking about this Taurus energy of wanting to give advice. Somebody's wanting to be in charge, and you are maybe trying to step up and verbally, say, you know what? I thank you for the advice, but you know what? This is not your situation, not your problem, not your pentacle. And there's a conflict if you do that. And now you have to wonder, what exactly are you handling here? What are you dealing with? Because you know what? A person who cares about you is supposed to love you and unconditionally want you to be happy no matter what your choices are. But you know what? You make some choices that would make you happy, and then you're running into a conflict. That's not unconditional love. That's control. We got the priest. Preservation and faith in the reverse. Okay. Now, I did say that there was a lot of energy having to do with the Jupiter that actually is connected to faith. When people always focus on the Jupiter expansion or the abundance, but there was faith in there, your belief. Okay, so this is focusing on faith. Let's see what the priest has to say. In reverse, with a loss of faith comes a loss of motivation. Feeling defeated makes even the simplest tasks feel insurmountable. Try to think back to more optimistic times and remind yourself, I am worthy, I am capable, I am able to change my own fate. The loss of faith. You've stood up for yourself. Somebody else wants to run everything. Okay, it has to do with money. So maybe they want to run things because there's money involved. But there's also faith involved. Does this have to do with the fact, a situation where you might possibly find your faith questioned? Is someone else questioning your faith? Or are you feeling insecure about the faith or belief or motivation of the people around you connected to faith? That's an interesting question. You are worthy. You're completely capable. We do not have to travel around like a pack of sheep. If you're able to stand up for what you believe in, okay, you don't have to be in the middle of a crowd. And it's perfectly fine if people don't agree with you. When you stand up in front of your Father at the end of that time that you have, you're going to be standing by yourself anyways. But this has to do with faith. What's that hunter again? Being sure-footed. Okay? To remember to slow down a little bit and take in a little bit of nature and enjoy the world. You've been in charge, or you want to be in charge, you not even taking a coffee break, much less stopping at the roadside, just listening to the air float through the trees, listening to the leaves fall, and if that's that time of year, listening to the water flowing down the creek. This inner peace. Haven't done that. I've been too busy. Okay, let's see what we got here. The Waker. Awareness and reflection. I love Citadel, but I gotta look it up and my eyesight's not good, so give me a minute here. The Waker. In the upright. Two siblings sitting in a room, one sleeping, the other awake. Neither moves. neither addresses you, but when they speak, their words are pure prophecy. The waker is a keeper of knowledge, the one who sees all with an unblinking eye. They see everything that happens in the world and all that will come to pass, but are blinded from self-understanding. Right now, it's important to practice awareness of your surroundings. Current events and the lives of those around you can be overwhelming, but you're only ever seeing part of the story. The ability to think critically and ask key questions is an important skill. Be perceptive about the situations happening around you and trust your own gut before acting. Inner and outer events are connected. Now, I really resonate with that personally, on a personal level. Was my fallback has been, to tell you the truth, I'm never lonely because I see something in the news about something going on. Text a friend, do you see this? Do you see this? You know what? We can conversation about something that has nothing to do with either one, her situation or mine, just by passing news back and forth. The thing about it is, that big giant fire is 3 states away. That flood might be closer to one of you, but not near you. You know what I mean? The thing about it is you need to be aware of what's going on in the world. It's really, really hard to look at yourself and your own personal situation. It's all stable. Everything's fine. Nothing could possibly happen. Of course you're blind to it because you're sitting in front of a TV that's entertainment and you're not taking any time at all to just take notes, everyone, just once in a while even. Make it a habit of the day or a habit of the week to see what's going on. The tragedies that are going with the tornadoes. I mean, my goodness, I brought that up in my last read. But the thing about it is that tornado didn't touch down everywhere. It affected the communities that the tornado set down. It drew massive amounts of support from all over the place. But there were all kinds of other places that it did not impact. But we are still having impact from other things that are not in the headlines. And the thing is, if you just keep track with everything, you've got the migrants, you've got the protests, you've got the weather, you've got the economy, your local stuff. It's not about talking about somebody that lost their job. It's about talking about how many people there are in your community and, supporting one another in the goals that you might have to keep your community moving forward, not ripping things apart that might actually have some kind of beneficial impact. Not for one person, but for a whole community. And the thing about it is being aware. Being aware doesn't always help, by the way. I'm aware all the time, and it doesn't make a difference because you know what? Nobody listens to me. But you know what? I only talked to 2 people. And then it became 1 person. And then it became 0 people because you know what? There's a special occasion coming up and that person is busy. The thing about it is being aware is one part of it. Being able to take the information that you're aware of and have somebody to share with. You know what? It's going to fall on deaf ears. Because you know what? They don't care. It's not part of their life. And they just think you're crazy. It was on the news. Everybody's able to see. You know what? You don't have to tell everybody what's on the news. You know what? Everybody can look at their own news. But being able to plan anything in your own life. You're going to college? Getting out of high school and you're going to college and you're trying to plan that. Well, you know what? I would be aware, or at least my parents should be aware, before I fill out those application forms on what college I want to actually be in, What are the situations going on in that campus? Because that's been in the news a lot, and not at just one place. Being aware, you're going to accept a job, you really need that job. You really, really need that job. But you know what? You need to be aware of where you're moving your family to. It's not about being able to afford the housing. In some cases, it's about what is the crime going on in that area. And you know what? Are there situations that you need to be aware of about whether your family is going to be safe? This is being aware. I like the Archangel animals. I have not used them very much lately. So let me pull an oracle. I was gonna read another book. These actually are very hard plastic. They're very, very thick. They're very hard oops. I love animals. Don't you love animals? I should actually go to work in veterinary care. I feel sometimes like I'm spending my entire day feeding them, putting them out, petting them, cuddling them, watering them, talking to them. You know what? My whole day is about the needs and wants of the animals. You know what? The thing about it is they actually add quite a bit to your life. Okay. So we're going to do Archangel Animal Oracle cards. And we are going to see, the rhinoceros. Alright. Upright, be strong and courageous. The Archangels Sandalphon and Roskill. The rhinoceros. In reverse. These massive creatures originate from Leucomai, the ascended aspects of Sirius. Their fortitude and their love of Earth have enabled them to ascend into the fifth dimension. Their sole mission is to act as bridges between Source and Earth. They help people and animals to plug their Earth star chakras into Lady Gaia to be charged with her light. They are representative of the golden age of Mu and hold in trust for us the information, knowledge, and wisdom of that era. It's also contained in a healing blue aquamarine flame held within the centers of Earth, Orion, Sirius, and Pleiades, and Neptune. The rhinos are helping Earth to ascend by holding the geometric structure that connects the ascension planets. Their service work is to prune trees or act as grass mowers. This card reminds you that you do a great deal of service work, especially healing, without knowing that you do it. You're asked to visualize the blue aquamarine flame of Michael and Mary and imagine yourself standing within it. This will activate knowledge and wisdom that you are ready to bring forward from the golden age of Mu. Recognize that this is important and that the keys and codes from Mu will help Earth and those around you to ascend. Your guidance is to move steadily on your path, knowing that you are healing and connecting places and people wherever you go. People may not understand you, but they are developing fortitude, strength, and determination. These qualities will ultimately keep you on your ascension path. Animals are important. To tell you the truth, if one of them actually becomes extinct, it creates an imbalance. And I'm not sure if I remember correctly, there was something about the rhinos being endangered. Okay, every animal has a reason. Every human has a reason. And you know what? The animals with this, that you do a great deal of service work. Not that you're a rhinoceros. But you don't always get appreciated for things that you do. You'll find often in many cases that the service work or effort that you make isn't recognized, or maybe you don't feel. Once in a while you want to be like recognized. I mean, there's holidays coming up. Mother's Day. You know what? I never get flowers. It's expensive to send them, and you're really far away, and you know what? There's another mother. Okay? The thing about it is, you are, with this energy, connected to Michael and Mary. And you are a healer. Okay? I am going to end this here with this. Whatever your situation is, if you resonate with this, please comment, like, subscribe. I forgot to mention that, by the way. Liking and subscribing will help build the channel. You know what? I hate to ask you. If you have already subscribed, by all means like. I have not been putting out enough of my contents to expect anybody to be supportive, but I truly do appreciate it. There is a donation information in the box for that. But the liking and subscribing will help my channel grow. If you appreciate and enjoyed the content, by all means. And I will see you the next time. Soon, I hope.